Namaste. I would like to welcome you all for today's session. Today we'll be dealing about Drug and Cosmetics Acts 1940. Drug is an essential commodity and it requires to be regulated in terms of import, manufacture, sale and distribution and also export. The central and the state governments are charged with the responsibility of providing the drug of desired quality to the needy people or needy patients, and in order to ensure this primary obligation of the government, the network is required to be developed to root out adulteration, misbranded and spurious drugs from the society. So after the independence, the government of India realized medicine as it was not satisfactory and formulated the Drugs and Cosmetic Act, whereby it focused upon the improvement of the same by upgrading the standards of Indian system of medicine. What was the need for framing the Act or the history of DCA? The origin of DCA has a remarkable historical background. The enactment of the Act was an outcome of a sustained struggle by the medical and pharmaceutical fraternity of the country in pre-independence British misrule in providing poor healthcare system to Indian citizens. The observation made by Drug Equity Committee, that is DEC, representations made by the Indian Medical Association, reports appeared in Indian Medical Gazette during 1920-30, and adverse press reports compelled the British rule to initiate remedial measures for overcoming lacunae. The Import of Drugs Bill, introduced in 1937, was withdrawn due to heavy criticism, and later on the Drug Bill was introduced and the Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940 was enacted. The rules of the same were framed under this Act in 1945. This Act is passed by the Parliament at different years with desired changes, and this Act is divided into 5 chapters of the Act with all finer details of terms and provisions. The copy of this Act may be obtained from any handbook released from the government, or else it may be easily checked and downloaded in the web. So, the need for framing the Act are prevention of substandard drugs and for maintenance of high standards of quality. And the prime focus was to regulate import, manufacture, sales and distribution. The Act controls the drugs used in the different systems of medicine and cosmetics, such as it includes allopathic drugs, homeopathic medicines and Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani medicines, that is ISM drugs. So these are the amendments which have been made till date, that is 9 amendments have been made till date: 1955, 1960, 1962, 1964. In 1964, ASU was introduced with definitions, and 1972, 1982, 1986, 1995 and 2016. So the contents of this particular act are, it is mainly divided into 5 chapters, 38 sections and 2 schedules. So these 5 chapters are, the first one, that is chapter 1 is introductory chapter, and it includes section 1 to 4. Chapter 2 is technical, it deals with the Drug Technical Advisory Board, the Central Drug Laboratory and the Drugs Consultative, that is Technical Advisory Board, from sections 5 to 7. Chapter 3 deals with the import of drugs and cosmetics, sections 8 to 15, and chapter 4 deals with manufacture and distribution of drugs and cosmetics section, and under this chapter 4A deals with ASU drugs, that is from sections 33B to 33O. Chapter 4 deals with miscellaneous, that is from section 33P to 38. So there are 2 schedules to the Act and 35 schedules to the rules framed under the Act. It was in the year 1982, Schedules E, I, L were dropped and Schedules G and H were revised and Schedule X was introduced. In 1988, Schedule M incorporating good manufacturing practices was amended and Schedule Y pertaining to clinical trials of newer drugs formulation were incorporated. Schedule T of Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani medicines was introduced in 2000. So, Chapter 1. Chapter 1 of this act deals with the title, that is what does the title mean, that is the Drug and Cosmetic Act. The extent, it extends to the whole of India, and some of the definitions like ASU drugs, what do you mean by board, cosmetics, etc. The definitions are: drug. Ayurveda, Siddha or Unani drug includes all medications intended for internal or external use for or in the diagnosis, treatment, mitigation or prevention of disease or disorder in human beings or animals, and it manufactured exclusively in accordance with the formulae described in the authoritative books of Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani tip systems of medicine as specified in the first schedule. Board. In relation to Ayurvedic, Siddha or Unani drug, the Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani drugs technical advisory board constituted under section 33C, and in relation to any other drug or cosmetic, the drugs technical advisory board constitute under section 5. So cosmetic means any article intended to be rubbed, poured, sprinkled or sprayed on or introduced into or otherwise up to the human body or any part thereof for cleansing, beautifying, promoting attractiveness or altering the appearance, and includes any article intended for use as a component of cosmetics. Manufacture refers to any process or part of a process for making, altering, ornamenting, finishing, packing, labeling, breaking up or otherwise treating or adopting any drugs or cosmetics with a view to its sale or distribution, but does not include the compounding or dispensing of any drug or the packing of any drug or cosmetics in the ordinary course of retail business, and to manufacture shall be constructed accordingly. Import. To import, with its grammatical variations and cognate expressions, means to bring into India. Patent or proprietary medicine. In relation to Ayurveda, Siddha or Unani tip systems of medicine, all formulations containing ingredients mentioned in the formula described in the authoritative books of Ayurvedic medicine specified in the first schedule. In relation to other system of medicine, drug used for internal or external administration is not included in IP. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 deals with the Drug Technical Advisory Board. It is constituted by the central government to advise on technical matters of this act and to carry out other functions assigned to it by this act. So the number of members is 17 and the tenure is 3 years. The Drug Consultative Committee is an advisory committee to advise the central government, the state governments and the Drugs Technical Advisory Board, intending to secure uniformity throughout India in the administration of this act. Moving on to Chapter 3, deals with import of drugs and cosmetics. So under this, standard quality. In relation to a drug, that the drug complies with the standard set out in the second schedule, and in relation to a cosmetic, that the cosmetic complies with such standard as may be. What are misbranded drugs? Misbranded drugs are the drugs which is colored, coated, powdered, or polished to conceal damage or to make it to appear of better or greater therapeutic value than really it is, or which is not labeled in a prescribed manner, or if the label or container bears any statement, design, or device which makes any false claim for the drug or is misleading. Next term is adulterated drug. So, adulterated drugs are filthy, putrid, or decomposed substance which are prepared or packed under insanitary conditions, or if it is poisonous or deleterious substance which may injure health and which may contain a color which is not prescribed, and if any substance has been mixed to reduce its quality or strength. So what are spurious drugs? A drug may be deemed to be spurious if it is imported under a name which belongs to another drug, if it is an imitation of or a substitute for another drug, or resembles another drug in a manner likely to deceive, or bears upon it or upon its label or container the name of another drug, unless it is plainly and conspicuously marked so as to reveal its true character and its lack of identity with such other drug. And in cases like if the label or the container bears the name of an individual or company purporting to be the manufacturer of the drug, which individual or company is fictitious and does not exist, or if it has to be substituted wholly or in part by another drug or manufacturer of whom it is not truly a product. Import of any drug which is adulterated, spurious, misbranded without license, or drug which is of not standard quality is prohibited, and if it is done, it is punishable with imprisonment for 3 years and a fine of 5,000 rupees. So chapter 4 pertaining to manufacture, sale and distribution. So no person shall himself or by any other person on his behalf manufacture for sale or distribute or exhibit or stock if the drug is adulterated, not of standard quality, spurious and misbranded. So any proprietary medicine without prescription or labeling is prohibited. The manufacturer should maintain proper records, registers, other documents, and should furnish all the details when any inspection is done by the officials appointed by the government for the same. So chapter 4a, it deals with Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani drugs. So under this, two organizations are functioning. Is control over drugs including ISM, that is Ayurveda, Unani and Siddha medicines. Central Drug Standard Control Organizations of the Government of India, headed by the Drug Controller, mainly controls the quality of drugs imported into the country, and State Drugs Control Organization. In each state, for exercising control over drugs manufactured, sold or distributed in its territory, so as to ensure that the people can get of standard quality. So there is an Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani Drugs Technical Advisory Board which advises to central government any changes to be made in the rules related to this act. So there are 20 members who are experts in Ayurveda and Unani system of medicine. So it's mainly concerned about to import or to export Ayurveda, Siddha or Unani medicine. One should hold the license, and the medicines to be exported should be labeled and packed as per the rules prescribed. So control over manufacture of Siddha, Ayurveda and Unani drugs. As per section 33 EEB of the Act, no person can manufacture any ASU drugs except under a manufacturing license. Manufacture of any misbranded, adulterated or spurious ASU medicines is prohibited. Patent or proprietary medicine should display all the ingredients contained in each medicine. Exceptions are Vaidyas and Hakims. So, manufacture for sale of ASU drugs. State government appoints licensing authority for specified area. An application form, that is form number 24D, with a fee of Rs 60 has to be taken. The manufacturer is required to have a clean and hygienic premises as specified in Schedule T, GMP, and equipment for manufacture and qualified and experienced technical person in charge of the manufacture. So, license granted, that is in form number 25D, inspection by the drugs inspector, who certifies that conditions for grant of license are fulfilled, and thereafter consulting an expert approved by the state government in ASU system of medicine. And the renewal certificate is 26D. Further conditions of license pertaining to maintenance of proper records of the details of manufacture and the test, if any, of raw materials and finished product. To allow drug inspector to inspect the premises and record and to take samples of raw material and finished products. Raw materials used in the manufacture of the medicines shall be identified and tested for their genuineness, and their records shall be maintained. So, no sale license is not required for ASU medicines manufactured under valid manufacturing license and fulfills all the conditions of packing and labeling. Sale of unlicensed manufacturers' medicine is prohibited. Labeling and packing of ASU drugs. Label shall show the following particulars, that is the name of the drug, which shall be the name in the authoritative book given in the first schedule. For a patent or proprietary medicine, this shall be the name given. A correct statement of the net content in terms of weight, measure or number, manufacturing license number and batch number should be there. Date of manufacture should be there, true list of ingredients, and if the medicine contains any substance specified in Schedule E1, it should be labeled with the word caution to be taken under medical supervision, both in Hindi and English. The words Ayurvedic, Siddha or Unani medicines, as the case may be. Words external use only if the medicine is for external use. Medicine is for distribution to the medical professionals as free sample, then the words like physician sample not to be sold should be included. Chapter 5. It deals with miscellaneous terms, that is the rules to be laid before the parliament, offences made by the companies or offences made by the government department and the penalties. So, first schedule, it includes authoritative books, under which there are 54 books of Ayurveda which has been enumerated, 29 books of Siddha and 12 books of Unani. It also includes AFI Part 1, Siddha Formulary of India Part 1 and National Formulary of Unani Medicine Part 1. And the second schedule describes the standards to be complied with by imported drugs and the drug manufactured for sale, stocked or exhibited for sale or distributed. The Drug and Cosmetic Act rules 1945. So these are the rules, that is part 1 deals with preliminary, part 2 the Central Drugs Laboratory, part 3 that is from rules 9 to 20, and part 4 import regarding import and registration, part 5 regarding government analysts, inspectors, licensing authorities and controlling authorities, part 6 regarding the sale of drugs other than the homeopathic medicine, part 6A regarding the homeopathic medicine, part 7 for the manufacture, for sale, or for distribution of drugs other than the homeopathic medicines. Part 7a, manufacture for homeopathic medicine. Part 8, manufacture for examination, test, or analysis, labeling and packing of drugs other than homeopathic medicine. Part 9a, labeling and packing of homeopathic medicines. And part 10 deals with the special provisions relating to biological and other special products. Part 10a, import of manufacture of new drugs for clinical trials or marketing. Part 10b deals with the requirement for the collection, storage, processing and distribution of the whole human blood components by blood banks and blood products. Part 11 deals with the exceptions, and Part 12 deals with the standard. Part 13 deals with the import of cosmetics. Part 14 deals with the manufacture of cosmetics for sale or for distribution, and Part 15 deals with the labeling, packing and standards of cosmetics. Part 15a deals with the approval of institutions for carrying out tests on drugs and cosmetics and raw materials used in the manufacture on behalf of licensees for manufacture for the sale of drugs or cosmetics. And Part 16 deals with the manufacture for sale of Ayurvedic, including Siddha or Unani drugs. Part 16a deals with the approval of institutions for carrying out tests on Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani drugs and raw materials used in their manufacture on behalf of licensees for manufacture for sale of Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani drugs. And Part 17, labeling, packing and limit of alcohol in Ayurveda, including Siddha or Unani medicine. And Part 18 deals with government analysis and inspectors for Ayurvedic, including Siddha or Unani drugs. And Part 19 deals with the standards of Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani drugs. So the schedules are, as I mentioned, there are total 25 schedules, and Schedule A to Schedule Y has been described. Schedule E and Schedule T deals with Ayurveda also. So in 1982, Schedule G, that is the drugs to be taken under medical supervision, and Schedule X, that is the schedule which deals with the psychotropic substance, was introduced. Schedule E deals with the list of poisonous drugs in ASU systems of medicine. And schedule practices for ASU medicines, and it was introduced in 2000. So thank you for your patient listening.